I knew I wanted to be an architect when I was in 9th grade. And I'm still not sure how that initially squared with my love of kayaking and backpacking and the natural environment. You know, architects kind of build things, and, chop down trees, add parking lots. And it took me a while, but eventually I did find an alignment between values and action. I focused on community design, which had an equity and justice focus in college, and I sought inspiration from architects engaged in passive design strategies in the 70s. And one of them is sitting right here, Ann Arbor. And this thread in my career really brought me to the Ann Arbor, Washtenaw 2030 district. I followed M.Arch, who founded Architecture 2030, and he was really sort of the beginning with Malcolm Wells of passive design strategies. And they gave me hope that architects weren't egoists that imposed their design and their philosophy on the community. So the district emerged in 2018, and we started with 10 buildings and about 20 architectural firms. And today we're at benchmarking about 833 properties in over 1,300 buildings. This week kind of has been especially tough one for me. My mom died on Wednesday, and she was at 96, and she spent the last six years living with us. And naturally, it's kind of a time of reflection. She was born on a farm in the UP. She went to a one-room schoolhouse, and there are a couple stories that she told that I really loved. One was, she loved to go to school in the winter. And I go, what? A UP in winter when you have to ski to school? And she said, yeah, because all the boys that were older, this would be, 10 and up, were in the logging camps working. And then the other one was in high school. The farmers would drive up in their pickup trucks, and high school would let out early, and they would all go out and pick potatoes. And she would earn enough money picking, harvesting the potatoes to buy a new dress. So Mom's family drew heavily on the Finnish concept of sisu. And sisu represents extraordinary resilience and inner strength, and the concept is over 500 years old. It's an action-oriented mindset. It's called upon when adversity and opposition seemingly force you to give up. Kind of described this way, rather than the stamina it takes to run up a mountain, it's the strength that it takes to put one foot in front of another. And I really see this as important for where we are right now, because the idea of following in sort of the federal destruction of the environment and its protection and climate action, it can be immobilizing. So let's not go there. I have faith that each one of you can kind of draw on your own sisu and act on your biosphere values. We do not and cannot live in bubbles. Connecting, collaborating, co-creating is how change quickly spreads in unexpected and beautiful ways. So this is why we're here.